She's an executive producer, and there's some big names on the show. It was second season. Meryl Streep is on the show.
Hi, I'm Alex DeLerma, and this is the Cinema Gym. The Cinema Gym is all about helping you transition from the stage to the screen. Linda Burzynski, acting with stars, is what I want to talk about. Because you're unique in that you have...
Been lucky.
And talented.
Yes.
You're a very hard worker, but
yes.
you know, you worked with Lori Petty, who back in the early 90s was, she's still working, but she was legitimately, you know, a big star at that time. And Nicole Kidman on Big Little Lies. We can see you on HBO in Big Little Lies. We can see you in the upcoming series Hombre.
Yes.
And you're in a scene with the star of that show too.
Gael Garcia.
Bernal, right.
Bernal. Yes.
So let's get to the point of this thing, which is you're working with a star. Does that put you in your head a little bit? Like
Absolutely.
Talk about that experience. First, you want to talk about Big Little Lies?
Yeah, because that
Kidman?
was probably my most nerve-wracking
Is
moment.
it because you admire her?
Absolutely. I think she's a great actress, and the set was big, and, you know, she's an executive producer, and there's some big names on the show. It was second season. Meryl Streep is on the show. And every time I book a role, co-star, guest star, whatever, I do get in my head because as an actor, I think, well, I don't want to be the one who messes up a take. I don't know why, because there's these big names, and it's not necessarily about my character. Obviously, I'm just a day player. But yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking.
Yep.
But actually, a good friend of mine had sent me a video that Nicole Kidman, she was talking to Ewan McGregor, and she had talked about being a day player, like when she first started out, and how it's terrifying. It's you go on set and you're around people who, it's like the first day going to a new high school.
Yeah.
You don't know anybody. Everybody else, the cast crew knows people, and you're just there for one day, and they have actors coming in every other day being there. And so it's scary.
Yeah.
It's really scary, but after seeing that, I was like, you know what? She's going to get it. She's going to be an actress that probably remembers that time in her life where she was on set, and she was absolutely the greatest. It was awesome to work with her. You know, I just made sure I was prepared, and when she came to set, she introduced herself. She was very lovely, and I could tell, you know, she was preparing herself as doing her part.
She was doing her prep.
Yeah, and for me, I like to watch that. You know, of course, I'm not like looking at her, but it was such a great experience to get to see what these name actors do, you know, in their preparation.
I remember you telling me after you shot, oh, it was so cool, in between takes. I remember you were saying, she does the same thing that I do right here in class. It's like you got to refocus. You got to think about the previous moment again. You just have to go back in time and reset.
Yeah. And some, you know, stars, they don't talk to you because they're focusing on the scene at hand, and it's nothing to take personal. You know, nobody has been a real jerk to me or anything like that on set. Thank God. I'm sure that happens. You know, but I kind of keep to myself. You know, I don't. Like I said, you're there for one day, so I keep to myself. I keep my ears open. If the director is giving direction, there was a time where I was on a show, and I learned this in class from you, is to pay attention, because the director was talking to the lead actress, and I was in the scene, and I needed to hear it too. But
they left you out of the
conversation. I was off to the side, just, you know, waiting for the next take, and, you know, I was listening. I was like, oh, I got to know what's happening here, you know? So I just walked up and, you know, was listening to what the next action was going to be. So, yeah, I just stay out of everybody's way and, you know,
just do your job.
Yeah, just do my job. And I think just be professional.
I think how you're handling things on set is good. You really do have to give stars and bigger named actors their space, because they lose their anonymity. And that may not seem like a big thing to some people. Well, he's making a lot of money. He's known. And giving up your anonymity is a big deal. That gets old real quick when you know everyone is watching you sip your coffee, pick your nose, yawn, whatever. So I think that's a good rule of thumb.
It's
on set.
just one last thing is for every actor, like you said, what do you do? How do you handle it? Just realize they once started off somewhere too.
Right.
And that video before I worked with her was super helpful for me. I was calm and I was able to relax.
Thanks for coming into the
Of course,
Cinema
thank
Gym.
you.
Nervous situations can't be ignored, but they can be lessened with an activity, like running lines or emotionally preparing for the scene.
Thanks for visiting the Cinema Gym. If these videos are helping you and you want to see some more, please like, subscribe, comment. Let's keep this thing going. If you're interested in classes, seminars, or private coaching, you can visit the website. Hope to see you in the gym soon.
TheCinemaGym.com for virtual one-on-one coaching for camera.